This recipe is super, super easy. They are wonderful little chocolate candies with Pop Rocks hidden on the inside, so it's kind of like a surprising bite. And then I have this fun decoration where we kind of do a paint splatter effect. It's genius. Let's get started. So I've got some nice dark chocolate here that I want to melt. 1, 2, 3, melt. Just like that. Movie magic. Give that a stir. Beautiful. So I'm gonna pour that into my mold. I like the silicone mold because it's easier to pop out rather than the plastic ones you can get. And you can get all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So I'm going to pour my chocolate generously into the mold. I like using my spoon to make sure I'm getting in all the different corners. You can even tap it on the bench. I saw somebody do this once and I was like, that looks effective. And then I've got just a baking sheet over here and I just dip it right upside down and I pour out any of that excess. Then I've got this flat bladed knife or a offset spatula. You just kind of want to get rid of any of the excess chocolate around the edges. Beautiful, just like that. So we have a nice thin layer before you get Pop Rock explosion. Okay, this has to go in the freezer. I'm gonna put it in for about 10 minutes just to harden slightly. All right, for the inside, as I mentioned earlier, we are doing Pop Rocks, and I just place them into the shells, and then I like to pack them down with my finger. Okay, then I took the chocolate, the dark chocolate that's left over, and I reheated it, so we've got it at a good consistency. Pour our chocolate over top. Nice, make sure you're getting all those cracks. You wanna hide all the Pop Rocks. And then same thing as before, I take this offset spatula, and I'm just getting rid of any excess chocolate. So now this goes in the freezer for another 5-10 minutes to harden up, and I'm gonna show you the most amazing part of this recipe. I'm really good at building anticipation. All right, so while those set, let me show you this paint splatter technique. I've got some white chocolate here that I'm using. A plate is gonna be my, what are those things that artists have? Palettes? The plate is gonna be my palette. So I've got my white chocolate there. I'm gonna do a little bit of coconut oil to help thin it out. And now this has to melt. 1, 2, 3, melt. I love that power that I have. And just like that, we have perfectly melted chocolate. Then I've got some candy coloring. Now you can't use regular food coloring and chocolate. They do not go together. So you have to find this candy coloring. So we are going to make a blue area, and we make a blue. Beautiful. Do the same thing with red and yellow. And now what I like to do is I like to make the in-between colors. So I've got an orange, I've got a green, and I've got a purple. Now what the coconut oil does is it thins it out so that we can now make paint splatters. Okay, so I got these out of the freezer. So I just gently pull away the sides, and if you twist them over and you push on the tops, they pop out just like that. Perfect. All right, so down here I've got a piece of wax paper, and I just like to gather them kind of all in the center because it's time for splattering. So I got a toothbrush from the dollar store. You could use an old paintbrush, something that's food safe. But if it's just for you and you're like, I want to use my toothbrush and then brush my teeth and have it taste delicious, you're a grown human being and you can probably do that and get away with it. So dip it in the color of your choice and give it a flick. This is just like I'm in kindergarten again. Arts and crafts. I was excellent at arts and crafts. It's nice when they all kind of mix. You like feel like your own like artist and just like get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I think these look really good. So I'm gonna let them set. They can just set at room temperature or you can pop them in the fridge and they'll be done in no time. And then I'm gonna crack into one and I'll show you what it's like. I'm gonna lick my fingers first. Don't judge me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe and I will see you next time. I need more. There's a party in my mouth. This is a fun game. Or just drool.